The southern Ukrainian port city of Odesa was engulfed in flames late Thursday after being struck by a large-scale Russian drone attack. This occurred just hours after United States President Donald Trump expressed optimism about ending the war, with peace talks set to resume on Monday. Trump, who recently held separate phone calls with Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukraine's leader Volodymyr Zelensky to discuss implementing a partial ceasefire, expressed optimism about reaching an end to the war. He stated, "We're doing pretty well in that regard." Delegations from Russia and the United States are expected to resume talks on ending the war on Monday in Saudi Arabia, according to officials from both countries. This follows an earlier round of talks in February. Zelensky noted that a team from Ukraine will also attend, with parallel meetings likely to take place. He urged Putin to stop making unnecessary demands that only prolong the war. "I believe we'll get it done, we'll see what happens," Trump remarked on Thursday, referring to the talks. Just hours after Trump spoke, Russia launched a massive drone attack on Odesa, targeting civilian areas and injuring at least 3 people, including a minor, according to local officials. A high-rise residential building and a shopping center were among the targets, as stated by local Governor Ole Kuiper. Videos shared on social media show what appears to be civilian infrastructure on fire and huge plumes of smoke rising over the city. CNN has not been able to immediately verify these videos. Czech President Petr Pavel was in the port city on an official visit at the time of the attack, according to Ukrainian official Oleksiy Kuleba. Meanwhile, Russian assaults wounded at least 5 others near the southern city of Zaporizhia on Thursday, as reported by local governor Ivan Fedorov. Nearly 200 drones also hit the Kirovohrad region in central Ukraine overnight into Thursday, wounding 10 people, including 4 children, and damaging homes, a church, and key infrastructure, Zelensky reported. Russian strikes on Ukraine do not stop, despite their propaganda claims. Every day and every night, nearly 100 or more drones are launched, along with ongoing missile attacks. With each such launch, the Russians expose to the world their true attitude towards peace, Zelensky stated Thursday on X. Ukraine and Russia have exchanged aerial assaults in the days since the Kremlin agreed to temporarily halt attacks on energy infrastructure targets, but stopped short of signing off on a broader ceasefire sought by the United States. Overnight into Thursday, Ukraine struck a military airfield deep inside Russian territory, sparking a huge explosion and destroying nearby houses, according to both Russian and Ukrainian officials. Ukraine's military confirmed it was behind the attack on Engels Air Base, more than 465 miles from the Ukrainian border, stating it targeted the airbase because it is used by Russia's Air Force to launch missile strikes on the territory of Ukraine and terrorist attacks against the civilian population. Zelensky on Wednesday accused Putin of already breaking his pledge, saying that Russia attacked Ukraine with 150 drones, including strikes on energy facilities. Zelensky has said he is ready to pause attacks on Russia's energy and civilian infrastructure, and that his team will prepare a list of civilian targets to be included in a future deal. Ukraine unconditionally agrees to a ceasefire, but is waiting for the aggressor to agree, Zelensky stated Thursday while speaking at a press conference in Norway. Putin announced the halt on energy infrastructure attacks on Tuesday after a lengthy call with Trump. Vladimir Putin responded positively to this initiative and immediately gave the Russian military the corresponding order, a Kremlin readout stated. As part of its demands for a broader ceasefire, the Kremlin laid out several tough conditions that Putin had previously insisted on, such as a halt to all foreign military aid and intelligence to Kiev and a halt to any Ukrainian mobilization or rearming during that period. Zelensky spoke to European leaders on Thursday as they reaffirmed their support for Ukraine, calling on other Western leaders to match words of support for Kiev with deeds as Trump escalates his courting of Russia. The stronger they are on the battlefield, the stronger they are behind the negotiation table, said Kaja Kallas, the European Union's top diplomat, according to Reuters. The meetings in Saudi Arabia's capital